Once again, all of you are most welcome in my online classes. So, student, my name is Sushil Srivastav, and now I am going to deliver lecture number 5, that is belong to physics of class 12. This is very important for state boards as well as for CBSE board and for NEET, IIT and JEE, mains and advanced. So, it is very surprising fact to all of you will be very surprised to know that superposition. What is superposition? As all of us are well familiar with the word superpower, we can talk about America that wants to become superpower. Now I will give some examples that will explain about the superposition of a charge. So my name is Sushil Srivastav, and once again all of you are most welcome in my online classes, that is the Akanksha classes. Students, just imagine about the situation, which situation is said to be superposition. Students, suppose I have seated on a seat that can't be affected by the persons around me is known as superposition. This means, suppose I have taken example for you once again. So keep on watching Akanksha classes. Students, this is the Cartesian plane to represent the multiple charges placed in the same plane. Here Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. I have taken the example of 4 charges that are kept in the same plane, but all the figures represent vacuum. Students, here the position vectors for each charges is start from origin goes to Q1, that is R1. R1 is the position vector for charge 1, R2 is the position vector for charge 2, R3 is the position vector for charge 3 and R4 is the position vector for charge 4. Students, and now I have to find the total forces acting on charge Q1 due to charge 2, due to charge 3 and due to charge 4. What is their multiple effect? Students, the position of a charge is said to be superposition if it doesn't affected by the presence of other charges kept around it. Students, I have to prove this by applying the Coulomb's law. Students, in this figure, all the charges Q2, Q3 and Q4 will exert a force on Q1, and Q1 will also exert the same force on all the other charges. But let's try to find F1. This means force exerted by all the charges kept somewhere in the plane on charge 1. F1 equal F12 plus F13 plus F14. Same way we can imagine about the nth force that can be represented by dash 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 plus F1n. Well, this means I have to find the vector form of the sum of all the forces exerting on Q1 due to the presence of all the other charges present in the same plane. As we know, force on 1, I have told this phenomenon 100 times that this indicates that the force on 1 due to charge 2, the force on charge 1 due to charge 3, the force on charge 1 due to charge 4 and the force on charge 1 due to charge nth charge. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, as all the charges are kept still in vacuum, and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. And now q1 q2 by r12 square r12 cap, where r cap is said to be unit vector, plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q3 by r13 square r13 cap, plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q4 by r14 square r14 cap, where r12 cap, r12 cap, r13 cap and r4 cap are the unit vectors for all these vectors, and plus what we have to write here, 1 by dash 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 plus 1 by 4 pi 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 qn by r1n square r1n cap, where r1n cap is a unit vector. In this expression, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and q1 may be taken as common, then we will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1. What remains here? q2 by r12 square r12 cap, plus q3 by r13 square r13 cap, plus q4 by r14 square r cap. R cap is the unit vector, plus qn by r1n square r cap. Now all the sums of the remaining expression can be solved by using summation sign, that is sigma. So F1, that is the resultant force, all the other forces on Q1, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 and now this can be written as sigma qi by r1I square r1I cap. Students, now we have to study about the superposition. First of all, we have to understand the meaning of superposition. Heading: superposition. Superposition. What is superposition? What is superposition? If the vector sum of all the forces acting on a particular charge but remains unaffected such a position is called superposition. Such a position is called superposition. Now let's understand what is the meaning of superposition. Students, just observe the given figure. Here Q1 is kept at a point, say P, anywhere somewhere in the Cartesian plane, and a lot of charges, more than multiple charges, are spread all around. This means in its surrounding, and all the charges exert some forces on Q1. But if the vector sum of all the forces exerted by other charges on Q1 is zero, then the position of charge Q1 is unaffected. This means this charge has not to move anywhere from its original place, because remember that we are studying electrostatic. Electro means if we add ELECTRO, electro, just add one. What is it? Electron. And static means rest. Electron, what is electron? Electron is the producer of charge, because charge, we say what is charge and charge. But if there was no electron, we would not be able to talk about charge any longer. Hence, in electrostatic, we will study about charge in rest. Electricity means study of charge in rest. Students, here charge Q1 will not be affected by all the forces exerted by other charges, like Q2 will exert a force on Q2, that is called F12, and same way charge 3 will also be exert a force on charge Q1, that is represented by F13. Here charge 4 will also exert a force on Q1, that is F14, and so many charges may be spread anywhere, may be situated anywhere, and they also be offer a force on the same charge. And the force by F1, the force on the force on charge 1 is F1 and this is F12. This means the direction of force, the direction of force on charge 1 due to charge 2, this direction. Here the force on charge 1 due to charge 3 in that direction, and the force exerted on charge 1 by charge 4 is in this direction, and Q1 will also exert some forces in all the other directions. Hence, if we find their vector sum, we can find that F total forces individual forces of all the vector sums of all forces given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 n summation, this means sigma Qi by R1 I square r cap, where R1 I cap is the unit vector. Students, don't worry about the some new symbols as Qi, Q1I. As in class 10, all of you have studied about the Fi in finding mean, median and mode. That is a central measurement of central tendency, mean, median and mode, in which you have used a lot of frequency and xi and fi. They depend only integer. Don't worry. And what is superposition? Just imagine why. Who found superposition? In all the given charges? Just imagine about which charge has obtained superposition. Students, this is also agrees with Coulomb's law. This law is also agrees with Coulomb's law as when two charges interact for each other, they remains unaffected. For example, if two charges are kept at r separation from each other, then the force exerted by each charge to each charge is unaffected and can't change their position. Students, hence if all the charges distributed non-uniformly among the same plane can't displace the supercharge. Any charge, that charge is called superposition. This charge obtains superposition because the position of this charge is not going to change. Okay. Now we will further study. Now I am going to explain about the superposition by giving another example. Let's draw an equilateral triangle. Upside A. And at each of the vertices, say A, B and C, three charges Q1, Q2 and Q3 are kept, and in the centroid of the triangle, that is point O, ये heavy charge Q is kept. Now this is right angle and the each angle of 60 degree. Now due to the bisection of this is point O, OB, length of OB, we have to find the length of BP is A by 2. Length of BP A by 2. Now position vectors as well as distance of each charge from Q will be equal. On charge Q, thus total force on Q, that is F, is equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3 in right angle triangle OBP BP by OB equals BP by OB equals cos 30. BP by OB equal base by hypotenuse equals BP, value of BP BC by 2 by OB equals cos 30 degree, or BC by 2 is BP by 2 OB equals value of cos 30 √3 by 2. 2 will be cancelled by the laws of cancellation. Hence, by putting value of BP, value of BC is ये by OB, equals √3 by 1, or OB equal A by √3. Hence, separation of each charge is A by √3. Now this force can be calculated by the Coulomb's law. 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q, as all the charges here Q1 equals Q2 equals Q3 equals Q, and all are of same nature. Q by R square equals plus 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q r square. By putting the values of r square we can find. Now we can take some as common q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square r cap, where r cap is unit vector along with vector OA. Along with vector OA, this is unit vector. By putting the values of r square q by 4 pi epsilon naught, value of r a by 2 square, a by root 3 square r cap equals q upon 4 pi epsilon naught a square by 3 r cap equals q 3q, this 3 goes to upside, 3q by 4 pi epsilon naught a square r cap minus r cap, that is equal to 0. Thus force on charge q due to the presence of all the charges q1, q2 and q3 equals 0. Thus q has obtained superposition. Thus capital Q, the charge capital Q, that is the heavier charge kept on the centroid of the triangle, has obtained superposition because all the forces acting over the same charge can't move it at all. Hence this charge is in superposition. Same way you may take some other example in which q1, q2, q3 may be of different nature, one positive, other negatives also. In this way now we have reached at the position when we can say that if a charge is kept anywhere in a plane and some other charges are distributed in the same plane by some separations, their vector sum is always 0 and the charge on which all the charges we are producing, the force is always equal to 0. This situation is called superposition. Situation. Once again we have to study some more terms related to electricity, that is the electric field. All of you would be surprised how many new terms we have to know still. Students, it is nothing more than imaginary thing. This is known as electric field. What is field? Where we used to play cricket is known as cricket field. Where we used to play football is known as football field. Same way, where a person used to live is called his surroundings is called his field. This means where ये charge exist, where ये charge exist, its influence can be felt anywhere in its surrounding, and the surrounding till where its influence can be felt is called the, suppose that a charge q is kept at the center of the circle, and suppose this is a charge, then it has a field. What type of field? This is a field. Students, if a charge q is kept at the origin and the arrow shine shows that an influence goes outward, this means the direction of a positively charged particle field is always readily outward, while the electric field of a negative charge is always inward, because positive and negative charges attract each other. Students, what we have to see? Electric charge. Students, first we studied about electric charge. Now we are studying about electric field. What is electric field? The point in any dimension where a charge is kept in rest, the surrounding is called its field. And the strength of the field decreases as we goes further from the charge. Suppose if someone is walking and all of a sudden he felt the smell of a scent stick, what do you think? Somewhere a scent stick is burned, that gives so much sweet smell. Same way, if a charge, heavy charge q is kept at a point, it will produce its field around it in all directions, and the distance of its field, this means the radius of this field is infinity, but becomes big, more big, bigger, biggest as we move outward from the charge. This means the separation increases. As the separation increases, by the law of Coulomb's gave a that separation square is inversely proportional to the electric force. So the force that another charge can feel, but after going near it will be decreases. What will happen if a charge is kept at a point q and another charge q naught is brought at a point somewhere? Suppose a heavy charge q is kept at this point, and a very big charge q naught is brought anywhere in same plane whose separation say r. r. This means the distance of this charge q naught is r from the source charge. Students, why we call it source charge? Because we have to test its strength of field. Its strength of field. This means what force the other charge experience at point r. At point r. This depends on the inverse of separation. If separation increases, the force decreases its square time. Inverse square law. Inverse square law. Student, but just imagine if a charge in its existence, if a charge exists, it creates a field around it. If a charge exists, the charge creates a field around it. But we have taken Q naught, means so the weakest charge that is unable to create any field around it. This is known as test charge. That is known as test charge. Test charge, and this heavy charge is source charge. Source charge. Once again I am making clear that every charge creates a field around it. All of you will be surprised. Sir, then how are you saying that Q naught will create no field around it? Because it is only suppose. It is only suppose. Supposition. It is so big that we have to use limit 0. This means this is very near to 0. This is very near to 0, but not 0. This is very near to 0, but not 0. This means this charge is so much weak as with the comparison of charge q that its field strength is negligible. This means the field that will be created around the test charge will be negligible, that has no effect. Hence students, now we have to check what is the field strength. By applying Coulomb's law, we find the force on point R. But who will test? How we can say that there is a force? There is a force of electric, because we need a test charge. This test charge is so much small that it can't create any field around it. Now F force equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square R cap. Students, if we suppose Q to be unit having value 1, we can get F E or electric field F equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 1 by R square R cap. I have told you 1,000 times that R cap is always seen its unit vector. Now if what we get F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. In this case, one can experience any charge that will be kept at R separation will feel the same force. This means now we can define electric force in other way using electric field. Students, for the electric field, now if we remove all the forces by electric strength, electric field known as electric field at point R, electric field at point R. This means electric field at point R is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square r cap. And if we keep any other charge at point R, what will be the magnitude of force of interaction? F equal q 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square r cap. Students, it is so much surprising because now we can find multiply by q, that will be tested. Thus, force at point R, if we put any other charge q, this means this also create an electric field around it. What will be the force between two? That will be the repulsive, as both of the charges are of same nature. Electric field at point R into Q. Thus, we can define the force between two charges equals electric field of the stronger charge multiplied by other charge. Thus, if we are asked to solve a numerical on the same basis, we can solve. What will be the force between two charges? If a positive charge Q of magnitude 3 coulomb is kept at origin and other charge Q 1 coulomb is kept with coordinates 5, 0. This means this will depend like this. The positive charge Q is kept here at the origin, that is represented by O, and 5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. This means here select point A. Here a charge Q is kept having magnitude 1 coulomb, and this is of 3 coulombs, and the separation is 5 units. That is R. If we calculate its force, F equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square R cap into Q, because this is FA, force on point A equal electric field, strength of electric field at point A into charge Q, and electric field, strength of electric field at point A is given by Coulomb's law, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square unit vector into Q. What will can be obtained from the equation? Value of 9 into 10 power 9, that is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught in vacuum into 3 if unit vector be given as value 1 into 1, that is direction specifying vector has no magnitude, by R is 5 unit, 5 5 20, 5 square multiply by value of Q1 is 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb. Thus force exerted equals 9 into 10 into 10 into 3 into 9 into 10 into 10 power 10 power 7, as we have mixed 100 separate, by 5 into 5 to the 10, 5 to the 10 equals 2 to the 4, here 2 to the 4, 3 into 36 into 10 power 7 by 1, that will get 3 6 18, 8 is 9 1 10, 108 into 10 power 7, that is 1.08 into 10 power 7 Newton. So all of you can be given some examples to solve at home. Make practice, make a hard practice for this superposition. And now we will study electric field due to a system of charges. Suppose we have been given a Cartesian plane and this is the origin, and few charges were uniformly distributed, say Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Hence their position vectors will be R1, R2, R3, R4, and ये टेस्ट चार्ज, that is unit charge having value 1 is kept at a separation of R at point A. This is the Q naught charge having value 1 unit. Now the force exerted by 4 on test charge R A4 RA4. Now force exerted by charge 2, this is R P2. Force exerted by 2 on the charge kept at point P. And this is RP1. This means force exerted by charge 1 on the charge Q naught kept at point P. And another force exerted by charge Q to charge Q naught kept at point P. And now by using Coulomb's law, electric field at point P due to charge 1 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught electric field at point P due to 1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by R P1 square unit vector now electric field at point P due to charge 2 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R P2 square unit vector and electric field at point P due to charge 3 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q3 by RP3 square unit vector further electric field at point P due to charge 4 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q4 by RP4 square unit vector and same way electric field at point P due to charge N equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q N by R P N square vector. Which vector? Unit vector. By combining the 5 equations, we get electric field, total electric field at point P due to the multiple charges equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation that is sigma. Here, what you left? Here, what you left? That is, if total of all the electric fields is represented by capital E at point P, capital E at point P equals sum of EP1 plus EP2 plus EP3 plus EP4 plus EPn can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation Qi by RIP square RIP cap. This is the sum of all the forces produced by all charges at point P, and this is the strength of electric field due to all charges kept somewhere in the plane at point P. In this way, we can find the electric field strength at any point that will be different because of the different positions, but can be calculated in the same way. And now the verification will be given in next videos, students. So I think in my coming videos I will tell you something more interesting factors about electric field and charges, because charges can be studied with the help of field and force can be studied in both forms. In this video we learn that electric force between two charges is equals electric field at a point R into the magnitude of other charge. If the other charge is Q, then if a charge Q is placed at the point with separation R and another charge Q is kept at this point A, then the force between Q and Q can be given by electric field at point A, that is the separation R multiplied by the Q, that is the other charge. In this way, we can define the definition of electric force between two charges is equal to electric field at that point into the magnitude of given charge. Okay, good night. Thank you.